Hey, Grims, happy Saturday. My name is Detrick, and I am so happy to be with you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this community update. Um, I'm sure you can tell it's not as clean as Justin usually does, where he uses that loom, like, the cool video in the corner. Instead, you get me right here in all its glory using Google Meet. I actually tried to use Loom, and it looks like I only have a 5-minute limit with mine. So clearly I'm being a cheapskate and have the free version. But I figured, as much as I would love to run through this in 5 minutes, I probably wouldn't quite be able to do that, but that's okay. So instead, I'm going to give you guys Google Meet. It's going to be a little ghetto, but that's okay. We'll make it through. I also have a PowerPoint presentation for you guys. And let's just say there's a reason that I am not the art boy, just so you know. But that's okay. Either way, I think it'll get the message across, hopefully provide some level of visual so you're not just staring at me the whole time. Although, I mean, come on, this mustache, it's coming. It's going to take a little bit more void matter to get there, but we're on the way. That solid mustache is coming for you. So, all right, let's get started. Let's jump right in here. All right, I'm going to get our presentation going. Let's see. Oh, guys, I mean, come on, look at this. It's just as good as Loom, except it's Google. Come on, this is great. Okay, so we've got here, we all know. We've heard it. You guys have been there. You've heard about crypto winter, and it's here. And all of the statistics, I read somewhere that NFT volume overall is something down like 70%. It's crazy. We all know those negative statistics. We all know how difficult it is. But the cool thing about crypto winter is that there are some silver linings. I tend to be a fairly positive person, and I just wanted to highlight some of those really positive things. And one of those is, right now we have an opportunity to be able to test and try new things and think outside of the box without so much of the pressure. So I think there's some really nice benefits there. It's a little quieter, which means we can actually just really push forward and drive and work hard to try to deliver on those deliverables that we had set forth. So yes, winter's here, but summer is coming. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. All right, so let's get started with a couple of the update things. Right now, we are actually actively testing the auction house. We finally got that fully developed and finished out. Right now, our testers are faithfully trying to find all of those bugs and break the system, but we are finally ready to actually deliver on the auction house. So if you're not a raffle guy and maybe you're tired of the crazy random luck, maybe auctions are for you. So the only way to find out is to check it out. And we'll finally be able to auction off the Anderson Blue piece, as well as a number of other different pieces of art that we're looking forward to getting them there into the auction house. So be on the lookout for that. It should be rolling out any day now, possibly next week. So super, super excited about that. Next, we also have voting that's going to be happening. We've heard the feedback from you guys, and I think one of the biggest drawbacks that we've seen with our current voting system is that you can only do one vote at a time. If you're a multiple Grim holder, it's difficult because it takes you offside. There's all kinds of different reasons and thoughts of why we needed to switch our voting system. And so now we're finally embarking on that, and we are pushing towards allowing a full voting system for the DAO within the ETA setup. So you'll be able to go in there, the same place you clock in your Grims. You'll also be able to cast votes for ballot initiatives. And we've got a couple initiatives coming up on the docket. So those next initiatives will be at the ETA headquarters, where you're going to be able to vote. I'm super excited about this. I think it's going to bring in much more participation. and it's going to just be a great place and really the center for everything. You're already there staking your Grims. You're already there doing missions. Why not vote there? So go out there and make sure to do your voting. Stay tuned for some more information on that. Speaking of voting, what are some of the things that we'll be voting on? Well, one of those things, and something I'm really, really excited about, is our die system. Now, the die system is a new concept and actually spawned by one of our community members. And the whole idea behind the die system is to be able to do some aesthetic changes to your Grims, things like background changes and colors that aren't going to have an impact on the metadata. So that's a really fun way to really be able to spruce up your Grim. Maybe you're someone who doesn't want a pink background, or maybe someone you don't want a blue background. You want green and red and all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, the die system will be your way to be able to make some of those minor visual changes to your Grims. And just so you know, the die system is only the beginning. We are working on different concepts and ideas to not only improve upon the art, but for a way for you to be able to utilize your ingredients and have some fun with them and to really make your Grims your own. One of the recipes that we currently have out there is to be able to provide a backstory for your Grim. So you can actually go in there and update your metadata with the story of your Grim. Our whole idea is to really make these characters yours, and so that your PFP feels like something that you love, that you can be proud of, and really maybe be able to enhance the art and improve on some of the traits that maybe you don't love as much. So obviously our mustache was another one of those that we added there. So we're really excited. We will slowly start rolling out more of these. But the first thing we need to do is vote on it. So you as the community will have the opportunity to vote and decide if the die system is something that you like. And if it is, we will have more of those kind of changes down the pipeline. So I'm personally really excited about this and looking forward to seeing what we can do. All right. Oh man, guys, again, I apologize for my art. It is just so bad. But one of the other things that we wanted to talk about and some of the new recipes coming into Lordum's workshop is we actually have some real life merchandise that are going to match your Grim. So I've got two examples here. We've got on the right, we've got the red Grim hat, which you can find on some of your Grims. And then the next one, we have our adventure Grim hat, which you can see right here on this particular Grim, what hat we're trying to replicate. So I'm super excited about this because there are some really neat outfits that Grims have. And man, I would love to have some of those hats. So stay tuned for more of those. You'll be able to get these items only with ingredients. So you won't be able to purchase them normally through our merchandise store. You'll only be able to access those by using the workshop to be able to spend some of those ingredients to get a couple cool real life hats that'll match your Grim. So again, we'll have more recipes that will look to try to improve and provide more merchandise this way as well. So, but these are the two hats that we'll start off with, and we'll see where it goes. All right. Let's talk Abysswalkers. And oh man, you see how like that red glow is just like making me glow? I'm loving it. I am basking in the Abysswalkers glow. So so one of the questions is, why have we been so quiet? We have clearly haven't done as many community updates. It's been a little quieter on the update front in general. And a lot of that has been because we have been putting our heads down and working hard on trying to produce Abysswalkers. We are so excited. I can't even tell you how pumped I am personally. I'm so looking forward to getting this rolling. We've already gotten to the pre-alpha stage, which is a really exciting place for us to be. The pre-alpha, of course, doesn't have any of the UI or the flair, the visuals that we'd like to see. But right now we are testing game concepts. We're going through and making sure that strategies work, that it's balanced, that gameplay is fun, adding different victory conditions, all of those testing things that will all come in to make this a great game are being tested out right now. So just be on the lookout for more information. But I figured I would give you guys a little sneak peek of what we're doing, what we're building, as well as provide some information on some of the things that you can expect from demons and upgrading and all of that stuff, and how Abysswalkers is going to play into that ecosystem. So without further ado, I'm going to walk you through a couple screenshots and a couple things. And again, a quick reminder, all of this is pre-alpha. The UI is not in here yet. So if you look at it and go, oh my goodness, that looks like something before the age of the internet, it probably does. It's all testing, baby. So without further ado, let's walk through some of this stuff. All right. So what you are looking at right here is a pre-alpha, and we've got a number of game testers in our Discord now that have been testing this, that have been beating this up and actually playing live games of Abysswalkers. Again, pre-alpha, visuals aren't there, but I'll kind of give you just a general idea. Abysswalkers, as I've said before, is going to be a card and tile game, and the two interact with one another. So you can see on the lower screen in that pink box, those are me as a player. Those would be my cards in my hand, and I'm able to play those cards onto that tile battlefield. And the battlefield is going to be really fun, and you'll be able to customize it. This is a 3x3. We also have a 4x4 square version, and we also have a, oh, I am still there. Wow. There we go. That was weird. All right, sorry about that. Okay, and we also have a 5x5 version of the tile size, so that games can be larger. And not only will you be able to play, in this scenario, we're playing 1 versus 1, but you'll be able to play with multiple people all competing and playing at the same time. So I'm just so excited about this. So right here, you can see you got your battlefield, and you place your demons on that board, and you are trying to destroy the other demons out there so that you can dominate the board, and at the end of the game, have the most demons on the board. So a couple things to mention on here. You can see the little red arrows on each of those demons. Those are the directions. And so you'll be able to try to figure out what direction and how do I strategize how to place my demons and move my demons and win the game. So it's going to be really fun. And make sure that we slowly have been opening up more testing spots as we have been building this out. So make sure that if you haven't tested yet or would like to be a tester, that you look for the next raffle and try to get in on that and get a testing slot. It'll give you access to the pre-alpha where you can play and try out the game and give us all your bugs. We love bugs. All right. All right, so you got a chance to see some of the demon board there. Now let's talk a little bit about the actual demons themselves. So every demon is going to have base stats, and you can see the base stats. In fact, I'll go back here. You can see the base stats on the cards, and on the left, you'll see a 1 number, which is your attack, and on the right, you'll see 2 numbers, which are your 2 defenses, a might defense and a sorcery defense. And so each of those are going to come into effect. And so you'll have to figure out what demon to be able to deploy to attack and to utilize. Every demon will also have a demon skill. Now, your demon cards will not start with a skill. You'll have to actually go into the Demon Forge, and you'll have to upgrade them to be able to get your demon to have a skill. Every single demon has a specific skill that you'll be able to get. So I wanted to show a couple of them right here for you. And so I'll start here with this guy. If you have an Infernal, this is the Infernal skill. It has a skill called Fiery Death. And Fiery Death, which I had to, of course, bring a fiery demon into here. Fiery Death for this demon is when this demon is destroyed, it automatically deals 1 damage to all adjacent demons. So you can imagine the different kind of things that you can do and the strategies and different ways that you can utilize this. So this is what the Infernal's skill is. And again, you get your skills by upgrading that demon into the workshop. So let's take a look at another demon skill. All right. So next we have the imp, and everyone loves a good imp. I feel like imps are always at the floor, but let me tell you that imps can be very powerful in Abysswalker. So imps have a skill called Legion. And what happens with Legion is when an imp is deployed, you get to summon another basic imp randomly on the board. So you essentially get 2 demons on the board for the cost of 1. Now, yes, are imps a little weak? Of course they are. But if you start deploying a bunch of them, you're able to take over the board, and it can be a part of your strategy, especially in game types like King of the Hill. So over time, I will be revealing more of these demons' skills, but I just wanted you to get an idea and so you understand where we're going and how we're thinking and building and balancing this game so that demons matter. And what you decide to collect and how you decide to play will depend on what kind of skill you prefer or how you prefer to play strategy games. So really excited about this. And of course, giving a little love to the imps is always a good time. All right. Speaking of a good time, let's talk a little bit about some of the game modes that we currently have in Abysswalkers. So right now we are testing 2 different types of game modes. And again, we've got lots of testing to do. But I will say that Abysswalkers is a really great framework for all kinds of different games. But we're going to start with the 2 modes right now. So we've got Kill 'Em All, which may not be the name that it ends up being, but we do have Kill 'Em All. And Kill 'Em All essentially is your domination, where you're trying to dominate the board and take down as many demons as possible so that at the end of the game, you've got the most demons on the board. That's been the basic game type that we've been testing, that we started out with. And then we have another game mode type, which I am like stoked. I've always been a big King of the Hill fan. Man, when I used to play Halo, like love King of the Hill. It is just so much fun. Or Capture the Flag, something like that. But King of the Hill is great. So in King of the Hill, just like it sounds, you are going to try to get your demons on a particular point and capture as many points while your demon holds that control point. So another really fun way and ways to strategize and figure out how you want to play the game. And again, maybe you want to summon some lower cost demons that can quickly get on the objective. Or maybe you want to, bring in a big bruiser with lots of health and summon him onto the objective. How you decide to play and strategize is 100% up to you and 100% up to the cards that you have and how you've upgraded your cards. So speaking of upgrades, of course, we've talked about this in the past, but I just want to remind you that you will be able to upgrade your demons. You will be able to not only give them armor and weapons and headgear, which will aesthetically change their look, but you'll also be able to upgrade those demons so that they're going to have a better impact in the game. So for instance, if you were to put a specific weapon, let's say you had a +1 attack. Now you put on this big, heavy, double-handed axe, and now you've got a +3 attack. So you've now improved your demon. Now, of course, there are trade-offs. So while you may have improved the attack side of your demon, maybe you've increased the summoning cost. All of these different things will come into play. And you may decide, well, I just really like the look of something. Or you may decide, I just really want to, beef up the stats of my demon. So all kinds of different ways to play. And we are right now in the midst of it, in the pit, grinding away in the trenches, trying to figure out and balance how do we bring out a really addictive, fun, and awesome game that you guys can be proud of. Oh my goodness, guys, we are so grateful that you've given us the time, you've given us the patience to be able to build this out. I'm thrilled. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I can't wait for you to play it. even in its pre-alpha state where there's so many bugs and lots of things that aren't in there, like animations and all the things that really polish a game. We're far from that. But I am so excited for people to actually get a chance to start to play it and get an idea of what it could be, because Abysswalkers truly could be the first real NFT game where your NFTs matter. And I truly think the Grim Syndicate community has an opportunity to really take advantage of that in the Sol ecosystem. So I am totally stoked. I'm pumped. I pretty much every day I'm testing and playing a game, and I got to tell you, it's a load of fun. So it's just going to get better from here. A couple of the other things I just want to mention about this, and I of course I put it on a piece of paper so I can remember a couple of the other things in case people are wondering, well, what are you guys actually working on? And I will tell you, if you've never built a game, holy smokes, it's a lot of work. So we've been play testing and bug checking. We're working on the UI. It's going to be a mobile game, so you're going to be able to play it on your phone, which perfect, right, for the Solana phone coming out. But you'll be able to play it on your phone. You'll be able to play it on the desktop. So we're working on the UI for that. We're working on all the boons. There are specific boon cards where you'll be able to play specific cards that'll enhance the attack power or do all kinds of different things on the board for your demon. We are working on all the special effects for that. We are working on some debugging tools so that, you know, as we're playing and testing out all these pre-alphas, so that we can debug it and figure out, you know, where things are going wrong. We're working on the attack logic and so much balancing. There's so much balancing that goes into a good game. And so we're working on that. And we are so grateful for all of our testers who have helped out with that. We've got animations coming. So we were working on trying to get that and bringing in everything together so that we can make a game that you guys are super proud of. We got a long way to go, but we are working hard. And I am just, again, I can't say it enough. I am so grateful for the opportunity that you guys have given us. I am looking forward to the future of the Grim Syndicate. I'm extremely bullish as a big Grim holder and demon holder myself. I've actually been stocking up on demons, knowing that Abysswalkers is coming in hard. So I am just very grateful for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I am so excited to look forward to playing you guys out there on the Abysswalker battlefield. So thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful week.